is WLWT News 5, leading the way.
All right, rain chances are ramping up as we head into the end of the week. Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Kelly Rippin.
I'm Stephen Albrecht. Let's send it over to meteorologist Sabrina Bates for the first look at your forecast. Sabrina.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, it is another hot, humid day across greater Cincinnati. Temperatures already, as we're approaching lunchtime, are in the upper 80s, and we're even seeing some of us that are in the low 90s. So gives you an idea. Today is going to be another hot day. You're looking at 87 right now in Cincy, 90 in Independence, also sitting at 90 in Loveland. Now, it's very hot and humid outside, but there's also some wildfire smoke that's actually trailing across parts of the northern and even eastern portions of the Midwest, and that does bring us an air quality alert. I will say it is going to affect a lot more folks that are farther north in Ohio, but if you see some hazy skies, this is going to be why. So if you have asthma, your kids have asthma, heads up on that if you're going to be outside for today. Temperatures make it to the low 90s. There's a stray chance for a shower storm during the middle part of the afternoon. I do think most of us stay dry for today, with even better rain chances as we head towards tomorrow and also towards Saturday. So coming up, I'll break down the latest timing and what you need to be aware of for any of those weekend plans with the rain chances coming in. Guys.
Sabrina, thank you so much. The city of Cincinnati beginning road repair projects to cut back on a multi-year backlog.
Yes, and it's an interesting conversation, especially if you live in a neighborhood where you have these issues. Danielle Dindak reports for us.
You might have noticed more of these orange barrels popping up across the city. City leaders say there's a good reason for that. Crews are out here actively throughout the city, chipping away at those long-awaited road projects. The sound of construction is filling the streets here in East Price Hill as crews are working to rehab Warsaw Avenue between Grand and Glenway Avenue. That's about a half-mile stretch of road. The project is part of the city's larger push to improve roads across the city. But this project has been years in the making. The planning started for it back in 2021, and they broke ground this past November. The hope is to get this all complete by the end of the year. But roads in Cincinnati have been very divisive. But officials say they are working to ensure your future rides throughout the city are a lot smoother. So back to this project out here in East Price Hill. Not only are they redoing the streets out here, but they are also redoing all of the sidewalks along with the curbs. Now, coming up at 4:30 and 5:30, I'll also explain to you how those railroad dollars are going to help with future projects. Reporting in East Price Hill, Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
As WLWT investigates a new paper trail connected to the family accused of neglecting 16 kids in Vinton County. Records from another county raising new questions about the warning signs that were there years before this case came to light. The concerns date back to 2021 from neighboring Gallia County. They claim 6 of the kids did not attend school for a full year. Now, those cases never moved forward because officials could not track down the family. Earlier this week, the state did approve $1 million to help the 16 kids. Many are sick, uneducated, and will require years of therapy and care.
Another challenge for locally owned restaurants across the greater Cincinnati region. New research from the University of Cincinnati finds location, neighborhood density, and crime can all play a role in whether a restaurant survives. The study tracked 15 years of restaurant openings and closures. Recently, several local restaurants have closed, including Baru, Lalo Downtown, Lise Steakhouse, and Kialoha's Kitchen in Covington. Restaurant owners say rising food, labor, rent, and supply costs are all squeezing already tight profit margins.
That's one of the first things people cut out is going out to eat, when they tighten up their budget. From when I started, like 10 and a half years ago, there's a lot of things that cost double, almost even triple what they used to cost.
Stevenson tells us his restaurant is skipping Burger Week this year because the discount no longer adds up. Despite those challenges, the UC study found fewer than 8% of Cincinnati's independent restaurants close within their first year, a better survival rate than in many other cities.
Residents at a troubled Hartwell apartment complex say they are still waiting for the long-promised improvements from the property's new owners. People living at the Williamsburg apartments gathered last night to address ongoing problems, including rodents.
Who is dealing with mice? Wow.
A lot of hands went up in that video. So the city of Cincinnati sued that complex in 2023, accusing the previous owners of neglecting the property. And the complex was sold last year. But residents told WLWT just months ago many of the same issues remain, including utility problems, peeling walls, cracked floors, and maintenance requests that go unanswered. Residents invited WLWT to last night's meeting, but members of the management team left after saying they would not discuss concerns while our cameras were present. Management said it would meet with residents privately at a later date.
Public health officials are telling people to stay away after a sewage discharge in Anderson Township. Hamilton County Public Health and the Sewer District responded to Dry Run Creek along State Route 32 near 8 Mile Road late last month. Crews were able to stop the flow, but it had already damaged the creek, banks, and sewer infrastructure. So officials are telling everybody just to stay away to prevent illness while they work on a permanent solution.
For the first time ever, Hamilton allowing marijuana dispensaries within city limits. City Council voted narrowly last night to approve a zoning change that overturns a years-long ban on dispensaries. But the rules they did agree to are stricter than state requirements, and that includes keeping any shops at least 1,000 feet from schools and child care facilities. Hamilton already has a map of potential locations for dispensaries. There's no timeline yet when any could be built.
I think it's more than everybody wants it as a convenience. Again, I say we'll drive to Costco to save $1 on gas, 12 miles out there to save $1 on gas and groceries, but we won't go 1.8 miles to buy our cannabis.
On average, dispensary brings 15 to 30 jobs, and that's money that will be taxed here and, spent here as well.
Hamilton already has, again, the potential map for those areas. No timelines on when any could be built. Right now, police stepping up their response to a wave of car break-ins across northern Kentucky.
Villa Hills Police Chief says Park Hills, Fort Wright, and Fort Thomas were recently targeted by suspects who were crossing state lines, and the crimes have been reported in back-to-back weeks. In Independence, homeowner Tyler Brandcamp says surveillance video captured a suspect breaking into his pickup truck Tuesday and stealing a pistol. Another victim believes the suspects may have been searching for more than just their valuables.
Basically said if your firearm's stolen, he said the likelihood of it getting back is slim to none, like less than a 1% chance. He said in his 6 years of service, like one person's ever recovered their firearm.
And they're probably looking for, if I had left an extra key in the car. They can steal the car, then use it in a crime with their stolen gun. Nothing is traceable to them.